All right, it's a weekend program today. It's a Friday, beautiful one, a wet day, and in the city of Abuja, everything look nice and easy. Peter, you're welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, today is a Friday.
Thank God for this. Today's Friday.
This one that you're sounding very humble.
Because it's Friday and it's a cold Friday.
It's a cold Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good one. But this Friday, Abure is blasting Peter Obi. I mean, to the maximum. He said you are too desperate to be Nigerian president. And he said the character to which you exhibit don't show that you can govern well in a country, just that you just want to be president. We've seen the last two presidents of Nigeria. I mean, the Buhari and now Tinubu. All they wanted to do was to be president, and now it looks as if things is not working well. Abure is saying that if we have another one like that, things may not just go well. This was after Peter Obi said that every Labour or obedient person should not vote for Labour Party candidate. They should vote for ADC candidate in the by-elections that are coming up tomorrow. What do you have to say?
At a point, I thought this Abure Labour issue has taken a back step, but I don't think that's what he is. Abure, for me, his choice of words sometimes expands the whole issue. Obi asks his followers to vote ADC. What should Abure have done? Know the reason why he did that. I didn't take this by context. INEC exclude Labour from the next election, just by elections, which Labour is threatening to go to court. Having done that, Obi has encouraged this people because Labour is not on the candidate, on the ballot. They should vote ADC. If Labour were on the ballot, Obi would have said that. I think he excluded them. So his followers can be everywhere. He needs to have a control of them.
But if just to interject a little bit, if Obi was a good party man of Labour, he should also make case for Labour and asked INEC why did they not include Labour on the ballot. Don't you think so? If he was a committed party man.
Commitment here is based on where he's in from. And everyone mustn't be on the face of a newspaper talking. How are you sure that he has not made advances to INEC to know why this wasn't possible? And again, he had just barely 2 days. See, Abure has been on this course. He's the chairman of the party. Let's not forget that. He's the administrative head of the party. The blame stop at his desk. He ought to have resolved this. Why barely 2 days to this election? Obi did not make this statement 3 months ago. The same Obi is talking about campaign for Labour in another state. So if Labour were on the ticket, he would not have done that. These people went and secured their own victory, SDP. Why did Labour go to court to secure their own victory? Why waiting now?
No, that one we don't know where they are in the domain. Now let me bring you to Bearing. He said it is unfortunate that Obi has turned himself to an irony and a paradox. He said in the Nigerian political space, he has turned himself into an Uber politician. He said not willing to take a position and stand by his decision. This is what Abure said.
That's what I'm saying now. Okay, what Abure is saying now. Okay, if finally INEC take back what they threatened to do and allow Labour candidates to be on the ballot, what do you think will happen to those candidates? Abure West will even drive them further away. Abure West will drive obedience further away from the party. Labour was like every other small party in Nigeria. Labour was like ADC. Shore party that was not known till Obi moved in. Now, Labour had become a name in Nigeria, and that name Abure is hanging on. It's based on Obi. When Obi leave that party, that treasure lives there. So no matter what he is, he should manage Obi better. It should have because of the candidates that will run under his party, manage him better.
Okay, let me also bring you in this your argument. Let me bring you to bearing on what he also said. He said Obi has booked a place for himself in the Guinness Book of Record. He said as a person affiliated to many political parties, pari passu, all in his desperation to preside over Nigeria. This statement continued.
Why would a party chairman say that of somebody that's in your party? Somebody has made your party popular.
Maybe as a result of the fact that today they don't all know where Obi is, as a result of the fact that Obi is being courted by PDP, Obi is being courted by ADC, Obi he says, Labour. At this point in time, there's an obedient movement that is not affiliated to any other place. Maybe that's why he's talking out of frustration.
Thank you. You use the word frustration. Obi is being courted. So if you're a good bride, they'll court you. Obi has said he repeated that he's in labor. Let's not digress. The major issues that Abure was first to be for asking his obedient people to vote for ADC. And I say stand on this premise that Labour is not on the ticket as of today. So what do you expect them to do?
Maybe he should be fighting with Labour.
2 days to election.
Yeah, sure. The whole election can be cancelled if Labour Party has a cogent reason for it to be, if they are not on the ballot, because they've been denied their rights by INEC.
You know that, no, I'm smiling. Everybody is in SDP.
Yes.
Who fought and got the victory for SDP? It's the chairman and the secretary. These are people INEC recognizes. These are people that will do the correspondence with INEC. These are people that could go to court. If Obi go to court without Abure's signature, it's nothing. He cannot represent SDP. El-Rufai was not in court when they got this victory. It was the current chairman and the secretary, and the NWC went to court. Obi is not part of the NWC. It's not part of the NEC. Abure should be held responsible for what Labour is going through, for the candidates not be on the ballot. He should have gone to challenge INEC in court. So he is looking for excuses. We've known the history between him and Obi. And this Abure that is throwing traitors of Obi, it was same Obi that stood by him when Apapa wanted to remove him. When Apapa said all manner of things about Abure, they brought papers, they brought evidences against him.
Okay, let me also still bring other information. He also accused Obi of political theatrics. He said, saying the Labour Party flag bearer has lately been crying wolf where there is none. He's labeling Obi as someone that is not a party man, so to speak.
Are you surprised? You shouldn't be surprised about this. Honestly, I am not. What amazes me is that in his desperation to be black, he's destroying that party. See, the remains that will be left behind when Obi is gone, he has shredded it to pieces. Obi is smarter than him. If Obi has said that I have joined ADC or I have led Labour, he would have had reasons to say what you are saying. Obi has given you reason why he said his people should go and vote for this person. What he should have done is to have gone to secure this victory. If Labour was on ticket, Obi have done this. Everything he has said would have hold water. Now he's showing in hand that he still works for the outside influence that trying to take control of Labour. Last few weeks ago, Dati came on board. I think his next meeting. I said he is there to reconcile the warring parties. Then with this his utterances, how do you think that will be possible?
But there was no follow-up on that. Now, Obi never made a statement that what that he did was good. He never made a statement about that.
He can condemn it.
Yes, but being on the line, between two straits, I don't think is good for politics.
No. That he said he was going to reconcile the two lines. Like Obi is in the middle. The line between Abure and Nanadi. So we're going to bring it together and have a one formidable party.
But the Nenadi group criticized Dati for what he did. There was a criticism that came out from the Nenadi group.
Yes, the criticism is that he attended the NEC meeting, which there is anything wrong with it. But he said that the system with what they stand that isn't the right NEC meeting. But all said and done, the Nenadi group has not objected to the list Abure submitted to NEC, to INEC. So why did Abure wait this late to fight INEC? Why didn't you raise the objection? Why didn't you move to? Why didn't you? Why wasn't he proactive? Why reactive? Why were this late?
But every onlooker and watchers right now, what will they term Obi? Will they term Obi as what he's doing now anti-party?
No, they will term Abure.
That's one.
Okay.
That's one. Secondly, it looks as Obi is inconsistent with what he has been doing. He's obeying Labour, he's obeying ADC, he's obeying PDP. I mean, we did that story yesterday, that right now we can't tell you where Obi is. So, is it anti-party that he's doing right now if he still says that he's in Labour and telling obedient followers to vote for Labour ADC? Is it what is right to do?
So, what is anti-party? Obi is part of this coalition. Coalition has adopted ADC. A few days ago, we saw RFI jumping onto the wagon of SDP. I think that's what they were going to campaign. Because SDP had no candidate there. Did you say SDP come out to condemn RFI? No. See, Abure is just making it easier for people to believe that he's being controlled, he's being used by powers that be. Obi has constantly said he's in Labour. Labour, as of today, has no candidate in these by-elections. So someone that has identified with coalition, what do you expect the person to do?
Okay, a point of correction. SDP has candidate in Kaduna in the by-election.
Prior to before the
for this judgment.
Yes. It used to happen before they got their judgment. So probably every time I will rework his step, but he has gone ahead to identify with ADC in this by-election, so that he could rework his step. So these things are easy for all to see. Abure is just playing the politics of who have sent him. If Abure really sincerely wants Obi to be in Labour and contest on the Labour, you can't demarcate your candidates. You can't demarcate your candidate. That's what he's trying to do. And it's not working. He has not worked for other people. The more you try to demarcate this man, the more you're making him popular. Making him free publicity. Abure, you caused these things. You were unable to secure victory for your party. You were unable to go to court and secure victory like SDP did. If you had candidates on this ballot, if Obi has done this, then we all would have condemned him. We can't condemn him because his followers has to vote somewhere. He needs to have control of them. See now, if ADC happens to win this election, Obi will be happy because I asked my followers to go, they went. Meaning they are 100% with me. See, elections are coming. You need to test your popularity. You need to test commitments of your followers. And this is opportunity for him to do it.
So what you are trying to say now is that what Abure has been doing has been tearing the party, Labour Party, down.
It's obvious for all to see. It's very, very obvious, but you do not demarcate the face of your party. Obi is the face of Labour. And you're trying to destroy the face of Labour. What are you doing?
But the Labour official says that Labour made Obi, not Obi making Labour.
We all live in this country now. We've had a series of elections. What number has Labour generated in national elections? So there is a story that we tell you, just kick it aside. The traction Labour is enjoying today is because of Obi. The traction ADC enjoy because Obi appeared at the scene. Any day Obi leaves Labour will go back to the kind of party it was. So Abure should take a cue from ADC. If he is no longer fit to manage the influence, the attention they're getting. Let him step aside. Or let him try to reconcile and resolve the issue they're having. See, it will do him a whole lot of good if Obi run on that level and wins. It will be on his CV. So what he's currently doing now is showing his real self that he is working for someone else. Because you can't build a house and want to destroy it. If Obi is that not important, why don't they expel him? Get him out of the party.
They have given him warning several times of explanation.
See, if Obi is not here for them, why would they give? Why would keep giving him warning? Expel him for the party. You subsequently OT without several warnings. So why are you waiting? He knows the consequence. So you should stop playing to the guy and take responsibility for his failure. He has failed the party. If they end up not having candidate for this by-election, Abure has failed the party because he's the one INEC has recognized. So what did he do to get these people on board on the ballot? That's what we should be asking.
Yes. Well, the way it's going now, it looks as if that Labour is not going to have a candidate for the party. SDP have secured their place. They went to court, the Federal High Court in Abuja said that they should be included in there. We saw a list that came out yesterday that was signed by Gabam and the secretary, going to the INEC for recognition. Maybe Obedient and Obi. No, not the Obedient and Obi now. The Labour Party officials, the one recognized by INEC. INEC has not still actually come out to tell us why they are not included in the ballot. From other ones, the Anambra election that is coming, they're on the ballot. I mean, they've started campaign, Obi was there, but they just felt that morality or should not make Obi now say obedient movement to vote for ADC. It now clearly shows us that Obi is looking towards ADC, because you can't be moving your movement or your members from one place to the other. They may all be lost along the road. Nobody built a party or an organization running from pillar to post. We don't know for sure yet if Labour Obi is going to contest under ADC, because from what we can see, ADC is being held on the jugular by the former vice president. Maybe there's some form of concession, we don't know, but the way they're standing behind ADC now shows that as if there's a level playing ground for the obedient movement there. Your last word, Peter.
Abure, you use words that build, don't use words that destroy. You could do better by a choice of voice. Do things that will make Labour remains, even though Obi leaves. Let's assume he leaves. Let Labour remain. Don't use words that when all chips are done, Labour will just become carcass. You still need Obi and obedient movements.
So by your statement, it looks as if you are justifying the action of Obi.
No, I'm not actually justifying, but yes. I'm just to make you see reason why it was done. If Obi had not gone to Anambra to campaign, it would have made sense for all he has said. He has campaigned for the candidate, which they had in Anambra, which is not even from Anambra, which is from Abure. Who are you campaigning for? There is no candidate.
But there has been a space between that time and now, and maybe as a result of that, a lot of things must have gone wrong. And that's possibly the reason Obi is saying, if we are hearing that Obi is moving from ADC tomorrow, the inconsistency will be too much, and it may impact on the obedient movement, and he's wanting to contest for the presidential race.
Let me ask you a question. If you hear that Obi has left Labour for ADC, will you be very surprised?
Well, from what we are seeing of ADC right now, ADC is being put together and managed by the former vice presidential, vice president under the PDP. Yeah. He contested in 2019, he contested in 2023, he has been contested, and all that. So it may be a hard nut for him to crack if truly he's going to contest, because they have stated that they want to do primaries under a good democratic primary rules in ADC. And we don't know if Obi will survive that, because the master of the game in winning primaries is Atiku.
So do you think Obi will contest on that level?
Well, we don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
The chances is very slim. Because with Abure's stance, who was sending them to INEC? It's Abure. And
because the Labour Party said that there's not going to be automatic ticket for any candidate, that they're going to conduct a primary. What they had the last time was that Patutomi was their candidate, and Patutomi stepped down for Peter Obi, and now they're saying that we're going to conduct the primaries among all contenders, and from there we'll take it on.
Labour is, they are thinking they say what they are not. If they conduct a primary and Obi is not on that ticket, what do you think will happen?
What will happen? That's what Peter is saying. We will be right back on Landslide Podcast, showing you all the insight into the whole issues.